thought our players did a great job in practice of putting the interviews behind and concentrating on basketball. We had a very nice team event last night. We had a guest speaker, and he did a wonderful job. And hopefully we'll have another good practice today and a good night's sleep tonight to get ready for tomorrow night.
Coach, we're going to take our first question from the first row to the left.
Hey, Jim. Dave Borges, Hearst, Connecticut Media. I know you've been asked a lot this week about the George Mason game against UConn 17 years ago, but I wanted to know if you had any recollection of the last time you faced UConn a few years ago. Maybe you've etched that from your memory, but and if I'm not mistaken, were you going through maybe some health issues at that time as well?
I remember we played in an ESPN event in Charleston, I believe, and we were awful, and UConn was dominant, and I had a back issue, and it kept me in a wheelchair, actually, for a few days. I got that corrected, and now I got my 40-inch vertical back, and I'm doing good.
Next question's to the right of the aisle, third row.
Hey, Coach, Greg Bailey from ABC here in Houston. Welcome to you and congratulations. Beyond the obvious of getting to the Final Four with this group, what is the greatest gift that you receive from these young people day in and day out as part of this journey? And how does that help keep you so enthusiastic about what's going on around you?
Yeah. You know, everybody talks about my age, but my players, they don't see it that way. They might see me as their grandfather, but we have a great working relationship because they know I care about them a great deal and that I want to help them achieve their goals. And it's for me just a great joy to have the privilege of working at such a great university. University of Miami is paradise. You know, our campus is beautiful. And then to have such a great group of kids to work with who are just fun to be around every day. You know, someone asked me about the difference between Isaiah Wong when he was a freshman and now. I said, well, the funny thing is that young man has never had a bad attitude day or a bad effort day. He just has a great attitude towards life and a great work ethic towards basketball. And quite frankly, that leads to other guys wanting to be just like him. He's a great role model for the other guys. And you add Norshad Omier, Nigel Pack, Jordan Miller, they're all like that. And when you have kids who are like that, it's really a lot of fun coaching.
Coach, we're going to move up front to the first row. Dom?
Dom Amore from the Hartford Courant. Coach, from watching UConn in this tournament, maybe in person in Albany or on film, what have you taken away from them, not in the basketball X's and O's sense, but more in the vibe or the body language or the looseness, confidence that they've been playing with?
Well, I've known Bob Hurley Sr. Since I was a young coach. I've known Danny and Bobby for a long time as well. And I think their team reflects the Hurley clan philosophy of play really hard and aggressive at both ends of the court. And you have to be impressed with their size, their physicality, but also their skill. You know, like Jordan Hawkins is one of the premier shooters in the country. And they have skills at every position. So my staff and I have been very, very impressed with them, and we know we have a big challenge ahead of us tomorrow night.
Just tuning in to HQ, that is Miami's head coach Jim Larranaga at the podium ahead of their matchup with UConn, leading Miami to their first Final Four in program history. UConn looking to get their 5th title in program history there. Jim Larranaga, he's been to the Final Four before, back in 2006. He led George Mason there to beat a UConn team back in 2006. Miami, UConn squaring off in the Final Four. That is 8:49 p.m. Eastern, and you can catch that on CBS. Miami and the Huskies going head-to-head, and of course we're going to hear from UConn's head coach Dan Hurley from the podium ahead.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.